And now, an internet talk show bringing the weirdness of Tulsa people to the weirdness of other people. Via YouTube, it's too soon.
Hello viewers, welcome to this episode of Too Soon. Hey, we've been getting a lot of fan mail lately, and I think eventually we're going to have a show dedicated to nothing but reading your loving, wonderful comments to me and my show. But for now, I'm just going to read one that we got today. It's addressed from my biggest fan. Let's see what he or she has to say. Dear Matthew Torbett, F off and get dead. I wish you lived in Japan. Your hair makes me cry. 2 stars. Your biggest fan, Chris Rusk. All right. Well, that being said, we're going to introduce our guest to the show tonight. Local filmmaker and director Chris Long and his DP, Charles, which I didn't get your last name. Oh, Charles Elmore. Welcome to the show,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello.
I'm so glad you could make it. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So you guys are filmmakers from here in Tulsa.
That's right.
And you are making a sci-fi film, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. It's a short film that we've had in development for a little bit, and yeah.
Cool. Well, tell me a little bit about what happens in the story, I guess, so we can set that up.
Well, the story is about a computer scientist that's been experimenting with teleportation, and
how was the teleporting,
It was good.
experience
Our guys kind of refined it a little bit, but it's not too bad. It felt pretty good. A little
Cool.
tickly,
Good.
but
Yeah. All right.
it's pretty good.
But I don't understand why you're writing fiction about something that I've already introduced into the world.
Well, who says it's fiction?
I just did when I said it was sci-fi. Anyway, okay, so he's tinkering with sci-fi and
Teleportation.
I'm sorry, idiot, idiot.
It's all right.
Tinkering with teleportation.
Right, so we kind of jump in on his story about 6 months to a year after he's been doing all this, and he's been teleporting to kind of an alternate world or a different planet, if you will. And so he's only been seeing this other figure, one person the whole time. So It's basically a chase film, and he's trying to track him down. We got a bunch of cool locations in and out of Tulsa. Beautiful
But all
landscapes.
Oklahoma.
All Oklahoma shot. Some beautiful landscapes that we're going to have. So
Cool.
It should be something really
Yeah, that's
really
awesome.
cool.
Something really Oklahoma-y. That's cool. So how are you funding this project? Explain that to me, because it takes a little bit to get a short film going.
Yeah, and there's a couple ways that we've been trying to do stuff, and one of the things that I had been suggested to do was put it up on Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding site. You put your project up. It can be if you wanted to do a music album, if you wanted to write a book, if you wanted to build something in your garage.
So this isn't just for film.
No, it's not just for film. It's for any
use.
artist. It's for any project, and you can put your stuff up there. You tell about yourself. You tell about the project. You kind of you set a goal of what you want to raise, when you want to raise it, and if you don't meet that goal,
you don't get that money.
You don't get the money, and people don't have to pay. So it's pretty much they're pledging. They're not obligated to pay unless you completely fund your movie.
So you've got to campaign that pretty hard to try to get to what is your goal?
Our goal is $5,000, and we set it at 30 days, and it's been 10 days, and we're over halfway. We're at 60%.
Okay.
So we have 20 days left.
By the time this episode comes out, you'll probably have a little over a week.
I'm hoping by the time this episode comes out, we're completely funded.
Okay. Well, you could always use more, right?
Oh, yeah, no, you can.
So keep donating.
There's projects on there that are like 400% funded.
So and you get that money. It's not. It doesn't cut off.
No, you get the money. Whatever you can raise in the time period allowed, then
cool.
That's what you get, as long as you meet your goal.
Okay.
So.
Well, we'll be sure to put up a website or URL on the video so you're able to go to that page to help this guy out. So tell people how those funds are going to be allocated. What are you going to use that $5,000 for? So we know you're not just using it to...
my iPad, really, that I'm going to buy when it comes out. No.
Gold-plated
Gold-plated
iPad.
That's what $5,000 is for.
That's necessary for production,
Oh, of course. Yeah, it has to be gold-plated, or else you can't use it on set. So.
Yes.
No, this will be for. We'll have a dedicated grip truck for a weekend. Our lighting guy, transportation, food for everybody on set. production design materials and stuff, and just kind of miscellaneous type of things that we'll have to buy and stuff like that. And if we raise enough money, I'm going to hopefully pay these guys. I'd love to.
Cool.
I mean, everybody's doing it for free right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a cool project. I mean, I really hope people are excited about helping out kind of a local project. What is Charles doing on the project? What are you up to on it?
Charles is my director of photography, so he's going to be shooting the whole thing. So Charles kind of...
And cameras still work like this, right?
Cameras are still hand cranked. We load the film. We have to have a tent that we literally physically get into.
And then the speeds are all kind of jittery, like they're never...
Yeah, it's got that cool fade and flicker and
vignette on the edges.
All the actors are going to have the big spindly mustaches.
But really, will you be shooting on film, or is it HD? Or
we're shooting on HD with these cameras that have kind of been around for a few years, the Canon 5D and the 7D. They're pretty popular in like the indie low budget film world.
Cool.
And a lot of the cameras and equipment we have available, but some of the budget will go towards getting lenses and cinema lenses and stuff like that.
Cool.
They're cameras that'll really add a cinematic look, because that's an elusive look that a lot of indie filmmakers can't achieve with regular HD cameras.
So you're going for big budget look on low budget.
Yeah,
correct.
And these cameras will help us get that way. And I think the shooting style that Chris and I have talked about going forward will definitely.
Well, I believe we tracked down a clip from the movie that they haven't shot yet. Do you want to set this up for us?
Yeah, sure. I think I've seen this. I think...
well, it's your movie. I hope you have seen
it.
No,
I'm just saying what the clip is. I think this is the scene, what you guys have is it's the scene where our main character first sees the figure, and he chases him down a hill. And I think he finally he almost catches up to him.
Ends up in a lake.
I think he ends up in the water in the scene.
Okay. Well, let's play that clip.
Yeah, check that out.
That looks great. That looks wonderful. I can't wait to see more from you guys.
We're pretty happy with the footage shot so
really
far.
Excited. So. Well, hey, I have an idea for a sci-fi film that maybe you could help me out with after you guys become big stars after this movie.
Sure.
So here's the premise. It takes place in the future, and basically this big space probe is attacking Earth, and the only way to communicate and get it to stop is humpback whale speak, right? And unfortunately in the future, humpback whales are extinct, and they have to go back in the past by shooting around the sun and creating a time warp, right? They go to Earth, they save these whales, they come back, and they save Earth, save humanity by speaking whale with this probe. What do you think? Is it a seller? Is it good?
Yeah, I like the idea.
You like the idea?
You could put the whales in a big, rectangular, ship.
Yeah.
That transport them.
Great.
Could you get William Shatner to be in your film?
I think we could. I've already gotten William Shatner involved, Leonard Nimoy. It's going to be a big deal, and I'd love you guys to shoot it.
Just as long as there's jokes about future people making jokes about past technology.
Yeah, you got to have that.
All right.
That would be great.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show. I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah,
thank you for viewing. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Please follow us on Twitter. I make lots of other dumb jokes between episodes. It's a lot of fun. So thank you guys. And again, really glad you guys could make it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Fuck you, Matt.